Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most debated questions when it comes to resumes. How long should your resume be? Is there a magic number? In today's video, we're going to break down Malka Maxwell's advice on resume length from her book, or my book, How to Get Ahead with Resumes, and discuss how it varies depending on your experience level, so that if you're ever wondering whether your resume should be a one-page or a two-pager, let's stay tuned and we will find out, okay? Now, the one-page debate. Everybody knows that it's a classic, right? Resumes are always one page. And for many, the idea of fitting everything that you've ever done into one page just feels impossible. But according to me, according to myself, my advice that I wrote in my book, How to Get Ahead with Resumes Revised, if you're just starting out your career, a one-page resume is actually ideal. And the reason for that is very, very simple. You're entry level. And most entry-level job seekers typically won't have decades worth of experience to show, or and to showcase rather. And recruiters preferably prefer a one-page resume because it's more concise, and it's also probably written in such a manner where it appears to be more to the point. Now, the one-page resume will have the areas like skills, experience, and education, which I believe is really, really important. I believe that if you're doing an entry-level position resume, and I would say this is probably true for all resumes, but more so for those people who are entry-level, that you want your resume to focus on your key skills. You want it to reflect either internships as well, because yes, an internship is a way for one to develop their skills, right? And those skills are no less valuable than someone who is actually paid for it. In many ways, I would probably say it's more valuable because you had to work your butt off, essentially, to learn those skills and to showcase those skills. So yes, you want to put that on your resume. When you have the interview, you can choose to say that you were paid or not. That's up to you. Yeah, it's really, really up to you. But the point being is that there would be very few relevant projects that would probably fill your resume when you are an entry-level applicant. So you want to keep your resume very tight in terms of what you did, the flow of the work that you've did, and the X amount of years that you want to reflect. You also want to show your value in the most concise manner possible, because after the hiring managers will only literally spend a couple of seconds just glancing over everything, and they're looking for the titles and some of the skills, and you want something that's going to grab their attention immediately. Now, in regards to the resume, comes the next set of questions, or the next question, the next big question, and that is, what have you been working in a field or in several fields? You have a work experience that covers between 5 to 20 years of work experience. Should there be a one-page limit for your resume? And I still believe that you should really put it onto one page. I believe in my book I wrote that significant experiences, two-page resume is appropriate if you have, like I said, a significant amount of experience. And I believe that 2 pages is sufficient because it allows you to go into details about your career and the achievements, and it also lets you showcase the impact of your work. The impact of your work. Let me just leave it at that. I think that a 2-page resume should include the sections professional experience, accomplishments, and leadership, which is something that I have to admit I don't do anymore. I did once upon a time, but I haven't been doing it recently. but I probably will go back to doing that again. And the reason for that is those three sections will immediately showcase any recruiter where I've been in terms of how advanced my skills are. It'll reflect the leadership roles that I may have had. It should be able to show measurable results from past positions, and moreover, it will also be able to highlight information or content that is definitely relevant to whatever position it is that I'm currently seeking. I also believe that a 2-page resume should not be padded with outdated or irrelevant information. It should be structured in such a manner that is truly tight, in the sense of, this is the name of the job that I'm applying for, these are the skills that I need, these are the leadership roles, these are the accomplishments, these are the advanced skills that I have to accommodate ABC potential employer. Okay, I believe that quality over quantity is best, regardless if it's a 1-page or a 2-page resume, because quality is always a way that emphasizes the most relevant job experience that you have. And most hiring managers do not want to read over a biography. I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. They really, everybody is interesting, and God bless us all, because we have such amazing talents and we have amazing attributes that contribute to the world at large. However, when you're looking for a job, you've got like 7 seconds to win someone over. And the best way to do that is to make sure that the essentials are highlighted, and that someone who's gleaming over it can see it like boom, 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 really, really quickly. And you want to be able to be that person that they call in and potentially give the job to. So we want, and that's really what your goal is when you're writing your resume. And so making sure that you put the quality things in there over the quantity is important. There may be some holes in terms of jobs that you've held. You may have had an amazing career changer job for X amount of years, and then you may have gotten laid off or furlough, or you became ill until you took something else that was not necessarily within the same field, and it was for a certain amount of time, and then you went back to your original field. Yes, you can put that in, but that job that was in between, put in a little bit of information, show where your skills that you had gained from your first employment were applicable for the next one. And then you move on to the next game changer, so to speak, position with that big title that also shows the flow of what it is, or where it is that your career's trajectory is where you want it to go next. Okay, that's what I would do. And that is essentially the reason why I still say 1 page, preferably 2 pages, if you have a significant amount of accomplishments to highlight for a resume. Again. Another critical point that I cannot stress enough, and I think I wrote in my book as well, is that you should tailor your resume. If you're applying for a specific role, whether you're an entry-level applicant or you are a seasoned professional, customizing your resume to highlight the skills and the experiences that are most relevant to the job that you are trying to apply for is key. So for example, if you're applying for a marketing position, then you should focus on marketing projects, marketing achievements, and even if you have a background in something else like customer service, you still want to try and show that even in customer service, I was able to market ABC, okay? And so that's very, very, very important to do that. Okay, so the question is, and I started off this video with the question of how long should a resume be? I believe very strongly that the real answer to the question is, if you've got significant years of experience under your belt, then go ahead and use 2 pages to showcase your accomplishments, if those accomplishments are something that takes up a lot of space in terms of words, yes? But no matter the length, the golden rule is to include the most relevant job experience that you have for the position that you are currently applying for. So I hope this clears up any questions about the debate of 1 page or a 2 page resume that we all seem to read about. And I hope that you found this video very useful. Do remember to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Do remember to subscribe as well for any more career tips and or my SEO tips, because I have 2 playlists on this particular channel. Also, let me know in the comments, what is your biggest struggle in terms of job interviews or writing your resume? I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will do my best to answer them. So remember, whether it's a 1-page or a 2-page, showcase your accomplishments as best as you possibly can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.